Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 3, Lesson 19, and our unit is all about verbs. Today we add two powerful tenses to your toolkit, the present perfect and the past perfect. They sound formal, but each one is built from just two little pieces, and once you see the pattern, you'll use them with confidence. Let's get started. Both perfect tenses we're learning today are built from the very same two pieces. A perfect tense is always a helper verb plus a past participle. The helper is a form of the verb have, and the second piece, the past participle, is the verb's ed or en form, the one you'd use after have. So every perfect tense follows this shape: have, has, or had, plus a past participle. Get comfortable with those two pieces, and the rest is easy. First, let's make sure the past participle feels familiar, because both tenses lean on it. For regular verbs, the past participle just ends in ed. Walk becomes walked. Finish becomes finished. Some common verbs are irregular, and you simply have to know them. Eat becomes eaten. Write becomes written. Go becomes gone. That's the form that teams up with a helper to build a perfect tense. Keep it in mind as we go. Let's build the present perfect tense first. Its formula is have or has plus a past participle. Here it is in a sentence. I have traveled to Japan. The helper have joins with the participle traveled to form the tense. If the subject is he, she, or it, you switch have to has, as in, she has finished the race. That pairing, a form of have plus a past participle, is the present perfect. Now, what does the present perfect actually mean? It covers two situations, and both connect the past to right now. First, it can describe something that happened at some indefinite time in the past, when we don't say exactly when. We have visited that museum before. Notice we never state the day, it just happened at some point. Second, it can describe something that began in the past and still continues now. She has lived here since spring, and she lives here still. Either way, have or has plus a participle links what happened then to the present moment. Time for the second tense, the past perfect. Its formula swaps the helper to had, just had for every subject, plus a past participle. Look at this. The train had left before we arrived. The helper had joins with the participle left. Notice there are two past events here, the train leaving and us arriving. The past perfect, had plus a participle, is the one that finished first, before the other past moment. Here's the heart of the past perfect. It marks the past before the past. Think of two past events on a timeline. First, the bell had rung. Then, later, I reached the door. And after all of that comes now, the present. The past perfect, had rung, points to the earlier action, the one that was already complete before the second past event happened. That's why we call it the past before the past. Let's set the two side by side, because they share a past participle and differ only in the helper. In the present perfect, the helper is have or has, and it ties a past action to right now. In the past perfect, the helper is had, and it marks the earlier of two past events, the past before the past. So when you build one of these tenses, just pick the helper that fits the timing you mean. Ready to practice a few together? In this first set, decide whether each sentence is in the present perfect or the past perfect. Look at the helper. Have or has points to present perfect, while had points to past perfect. Pause the video and try each one on your own before I reveal the answer. The movie had ended before we found our seats. The helper here is had, joined with the participle ended. It points to the event that finished first, before we found our seats. That earlier of two past events signal is the past perfect. So the answer is past perfect. We have painted the fence this weekend. The helper is have, paired with the participle painted. It links something done to the present, this very weekend. A form of have plus a participle is the present perfect. So the answer is present perfect. She has known the secret for years. The helper is has, with the participle known. This is an action that began in the past and still continues now, which is exactly what the present perfect describes. So the answer is present perfect. Now each sentence is missing its helper verb. Choose the form that fits the timing. Remember, use have or has to tie a past action to now, and use had when one past action came before another. Pause and try each before I answer. By the time help arrived, the ship blank sunk. There are two past events, the ship sinking and help arriving. The sinking clearly happened first, so we need the past perfect, and that calls for the helper had. So the answer is had. I blank finished my chores, so I can relax now. Notice the word now. The finishing connects straight to the present moment. That's the present perfect, so we use the helper have. So the answer is have. She blank never seen snow before she moved north. Her not seeing snow happened before she moved, and moving is itself in the past. Two past events, and the earlier one needs the past perfect. So the helper is had. So the answer is had. Let's gather up what we learned. The present perfect uses have or has plus a past participle, and it ties a past action to right now, either at some indefinite past time or an action that still continues. The past perfect uses had plus a past participle, and it marks the earlier of two past events, the past before the past. Both tenses share that past participle. The only thing that changes is the helper, have or has for the present perfect, and had for the past perfect. Pick the helper that matches your timing, and you've got it. Wonderful work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.